Okay, so I've been trying to talk myself into doing this for a week. I am starting a blog. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have never blogged before in my life. I am terrified of putting myself out there, but I'm going to do it. I'm currently unemployed. I just left a job that I had been working for the past 6 years, and I'm debating leaving a career that I've been in for 21 years. That career is animal care. I love it. It's a passion. Um, I started to burn out looking for jobs out of my career field, yet I keep applying for jobs in my career field. I've been through some shit in my life, and it's not all bad shit. Some of it's been really awesome, some of it's been really tough. When I became a single mom, I dealt with a lot of feelings of isolation. Um, it's lonely. You don't make much money in animal care, so I didn't have a lot of money for childcare, so I didn't really ever get to go out or be social. I was in a city where I really didn't know a whole lot of people, and I turned to a lot of YouTube. Um, it broke up a lot of the feelings of isolation that I was, made me not feel alone. When the house was quiet at night, it was noise in the background. I really like plan with me vlogs and clean with me vlogs. I like getting a look into other people's lives. It just kind of makes you feel not so alone in the world. The problem that I noticed is a lot of these vloggers have the perfect homes. Everything's spotless. Everything looks so pretty, and it's like they have their crap together. And I'm not knocking them. They're an awesome inspiration. They're goals. They're what I would eventually like to be. The thing is, I'm not there yet, and I'm not seeing a lot of vlogs from people who struggle. This house may be older and a mess. They don't have beautiful granite countertops. You can see the stains on my carpets. No, I haven't vacuumed today. No, I probably haven't shampooed the carpets in about a week. A lot of those stains were there when I bought my house. I bought it as a foreclosure, but I own it free and clear. I want to be a vlogger that people can say, "Hey, she's real." Not that the perfect bloggers aren't real, but I don't want to put the best foot forward image necessarily. I understand that's social media. I get that's how you market yourself on social media. Just kind of want to show a little bit of a realer side so that the people that are maybe in the same situation like me, where, things aren't perfect, I'm not where I want to be, I can relate to her. She's being real, she's laying it down. um I'm happy right now. I'm really happy. It's frustrating not working, it's frustrating not having an income. Yes, things could be better. When could they not be better? At the end of the day, though, I go to bed really happy. I'm happy with choices that I've made in my life. I'm not going to say I don't have regrets. Everybody has regrets. Uh, but the lessons I've learned from the mistakes that I've made, that outweighs it. And I go to bed knowing I'm doing the best I can. I know that I'm a good mom. I know that, my house isn't perfect, but I love it. It's perfect for us right now, and I can live with that. And I want other people to find that happy, because I have not always been happy. My teeth. I'm not really going to show them off. It is probably the biggest thing that I am self-conscious about in my life, and it's right out there. There's nothing I can do to hide it. Um, there's several reasons for them looking the way they do. None of them are drug related. I do have a genetic condition that causes my teeth to be very weak, and die and break. Thankfully, there's very little pain associated with it. A lot of it is the lack of self care as well. I didn't really like myself for a really long time. I didn't like who I was. I didn't like how I looked. Um, I don't want to get into a whole lot of my past in this first video. My mom was amazing. My mom really was amazing. That being said, she lost my dad when I was really young, and took her to a place that she never really came back from. She kind of checked out on us when I was 3. She did get herself back together, and she did make decisions. When I was a kid, I didn't understand, and it made me really angry, and it made me feel really unwanted and unloved. She sent me and my older brother off to boarding schools and summer camps. My oldest brother was older when Dad passed away, and so he stayed at home. I know she did it now because she just wasn't capable of taking care of us. But as a kid, you see it as, my dad died and now my mom's pushing me away, and I didn't love myself because I didn't feel loved. As an adult now, I know that she loved me. She unfortunately was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. The first diagnosis was actually in 2004 when I was still in high school. Or, well, that's the first time the possibility of dementia Alzheimer's was brought up. She passed away 3 years ago, so when I was 30. Never really got to reconcile with her. I do regret that. That is one major thing that I regret, is not having a relationship with my mother. Anyway, back to my dental condition. I am going to get it fixed. It's going to happen. It's just going to take money. And obviously being unemployed, being a single parent, having worked in a career field that notoriously is low paying, it hasn't been done. Health insurance, I haven't had it. Dental insurance, I haven't had it. I haven't had any type of steady insurance since I was like in high school. I'll get there someday. I know I will. It's on my list, but my children come first. As for my kids, you can probably hear them running around in the background. You'll probably hear them screaming in the background. Not screaming, but like playing and being boys. I have dogs too. Dogs that bark a lot. I do, to an extent, want to involve my children in this vlog. I have mixed emotions on that right now. Don't necessarily want to put them on camera. I know they would love it. They want to be YouTubers. I will talk about them a lot, though, because a lot of the stuff that I deal with that makes my life the way it is them and their behavioral issues and their educational issues. There's nothing bad about it, but it's a struggle and it's hard. It takes parenting and brings it to a whole new level. Their father and I co-parent very well. Our relationship, it ended, and it ended badly. There were mistakes made on both sides. Neither one of us can carry the full blame of what happened between us or why we didn't work out. That being said, we co-parent great now. I am grateful for the co-parenting relationship that I have with him. His girlfriend is awesome. She's great. She loves my children. I love having her involved. I haven't spoken to him about this yet, because it's my life. I don't need to. If I do start to include my kids more, I will have a discussion with him about it. As their father, even though he does not have primary custody, he, in my opinion, has a right to have a say as to whether our children are going to be put out there front and center in social media that anybody could search, anybody could see. I'm not sure yet if I'm comfortable with it. So that's something we'll get to in time. I'm going to go back a little more into why I'm vlogging. Like I said, I want to be relatable to the people that, don't have things perfect yet, who don't have that perfect house, who want to see a clean with me video where, there's clutter and the countertops are old. My home I bought it as a foreclosure, but I own it free and clear, which I don't know how I would be surviving if I didn't have the ability to do that. Props to my dad. He died due to a workplace accident and hospital malpractice, so there was money left. All that money is pretty much gone now, but I did take it and I did invest it into a home, so I don't have a mortgage, I don't have to pay rent. That's big, that's huge, and I didn't do anything special to do that. I am not I'm not some financial genius. I'm not amazing. My daddy bought me my house. He really did, and I'm appreciative of having that. I've had some really cool experiences, somewhat due to my father's death. I've been sitting here for a week going, I really, really, really want to do this, but I'm scared. I know putting myself out there, I know I'm bringing in hate. There are gonna be haters. There are gonna be people that talk bad about me, and that's scary. Nobody wants to put themselves out there to get hate. Um, I struggle sometimes. I'm not always happy. I have diagnosed anxiety. I have diagnosed depression. I have diagnosed PTSD. Um, there is this absolute fear. But what I keep coming back to, like, yeah, the haters, the mean things, the people judging me, and me inviting them in to judge me. Like, that's like, why are you even doing this? Like, and then I stop and I think about what it's been like in my life to feel alone, to feel less than, to feel like I'm not okay with who I am and I'm not okay with where I am in life and I need to hide it and it's bad. That makes you feel really bad. It makes you feel bad. It makes you feel low. Somebody, anybody, really. It could even just be one person to be able to see this vlog and say, okay, damn, like she's being real. She's being real about life, about struggles, about her messy home, about her messy life, about the fact that she's out there trying to be an adult without a clue how to be an adult. And if that one person can look at me and say, you know what, I feel like giving up, but if she's doing it, and if she's done it, and if she's been where I am right now, where there is no light at the end of the tunnel, things are not going to get better, there is no reason to continue to work towards my goals because I'm just never going to get there, and they can see me and see what I've been through and say, yeah, I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. One of my favorite quotes is something along the lines of, I want to inspire people. I want somebody to say, because of you, I never gave up. That means so much to me. In some of my darkest times, in some of my biggest struggles, that quote alone, I literally wrote it on my bedroom wall with chalk shortly after the split from my husband. Anyway, that was one of the things that, I would look at that quote, I would read that quote, and I would be like, don't give up. Don't give up. Other people have been in your shoes before and they didn't give up. Other people are going to be in your shoes, and you can be somebody for them to look up to. I guess I kind of want to be goals for somebody, just like I look up to the vloggers that have those perfect homes. Like, of course I want that. I want granite countertops and a clean house, and I want to be one of those women that has my poop in a group and, nail this adult thing and do really well with it. I'm not there yet. There's people that aren't where I am yet. I'm not judging, obviously. I've looked up to a lot of people in my life, and I want people to look up to me. I live near an airport, and there's a plane landing right now, and I don't know if y'all can hear that. That's another thing. If I do decide to continue with the vlogging for a while, they're probably going to be chatty, talky vlogs. If I can set things up that I can do like a clean with me, I totally will. I'm not employed right now. I think I've said it about 4 times. It's a big worry. It's a big stressor. I do have savings emergency fund that we are living off of right now. This is a whim. This literally came to me last week, and I was like, I want to do it. And I threw out the idea to some people, and they're like, yeah, do it. Like, I would watch that. I would watch the poop out of that. So I'm like, all right, why not do it? I'm not doing this to make money. Although I wouldn't be against it. Like, if I got a huge following and started making money off YouTubing, that would be really cool. That would be awesome. And then it could become like a grow with me. Like, hey, I've got subscribers. Subscribers are how I'm making my money. Like, watch me. My life up. I want to do, like, DIY stuff. Like I said, the house is a foreclosure. It needs a lot of work. Hurricane Michael did a lot of damage in our area. I do have damage to my house, and then there's just general upkeep that wasn't done when I bought it as a foreclosure. And then within 6 months of having bought the house, I became a single parent. Um, so a lot fell behind, and I need to get that together. All this takes time and money. Anyway, what I was saying is a lot of these vlogs are going to be chatty to start with, um, unless I can figure out another way to set up my laptop. I know that it does not have the capabilities to film like an iPhone would, or I don't have a camera for vlogging. I don't have a light set up, and I'm not going to invest money into that right now. If I enjoy doing this, if it becomes something, and if I get a better paying job or a good paying job that I can invest that kind of money into this as a hobby, totally will. Um, if I were to start making money, yeah, of course, I would produce better videos. There is this whole, I mean, there's vloggers out there that make millions, and that's crazy. Do I think I'll ever get there? No. Is that my intention? Is that why I'm doing this? No. But hypothetically, if that were to happen, if I had the money to completely redo my kitchen and lay new flooring and, make my house this beautiful house that I want, like, I still want to stay real with y'all. Um, I want to talk about my struggles. I want to talk about stupid mistakes that I make. I'm a big supporter in laughing at your own mistakes. I just, I feel like bad things happen to everybody, whether it's something that they created or whether it's something that happened to them. And my theory and the way I look at things is, everybody has this bad stuff happen to them, and there's two ways to deal with it. Either you can let your mistakes or the bad things that have happened to you or the setbacks in your life make you bitter and angry, and you start to feel almost a sense of entitlement, and you start to turn on everybody around you, and you just blame the world for your issues and your problems, and you become a miserable person. Or you can take your setbacks, your mistakes, the bad things that have happened from you, and you can either learn from them, you can laugh at them, and you can let them build you into a better person. You can take those mistakes and be like, okay, I made a mess. Watch me rebuild it. Watch me come back. Watch me come back stronger. Watch me come back harder. You know, I'm the, as much as it stresses me out when people underestimate me, I kind of love it. I like having that pressure. Being a high anxiety person and being somebody with depression, a lot of times that sends me into a pretty bad cycle. More often than not, I have to pull my panties out of my own butt and kick my own butt and get myself back together. Uh, I had the idea of this. It was either the end of last week or the beginning of this week. And then, I was, oh, I'm going to do this, and I was going to film, and I was super excited about it. And then, boom, out of left field, my depression knocked me on my ass. I didn't get off the couch for like 2 days. I'm actually putting off cleaning and laundry right now to film this vlog. I've always been alone in my life. Having been sent off to boarding schools and summer camps, I very much grew up with this feeling of, nobody in this world is ever going to have my back but me. Anything that I ever have to face in this world, I'm going to have to face alone. And I'm tough like that, I guess. It takes a lot for me to ask for help. It takes even more for me to accept help. I've also been in a relationship where that role ended up getting completely reversed on me. Some of that was my fault too. I was not in a great place. I was going through a lot of stuff. It's right about the time that I first started really having issues with anxiety. I've always had depression issues, but the anxiety got out of hand. Like, there was a couple years in my life where, like, I was literally having daily anxiety attacks, still managing to function somehow, but, like, was a mess. And I got into a relationship where he liked control. I was isolated as it was. I already was isolated, so to even isolate me a step more was nothing. I'm not blaming that person. I think he did start out with the best intentions, but it just spiraled. It was very controlling. I I may edit this whole part out. I'm not sure I even want to go into this too much. Obviously, I'm still dealing with it. Obviously, that's where a lot of the PTSD came from. I do, to an extent, need to share that, though, because that was probably one of my biggest comebacks to date. Because when I got out of that relationship, I was so used to having let somebody else take the lead and dictate where I could go, who I could talk to, what I could wear. That when I found myself not in this relationship anymore, and it did happen rather suddenly, like, it was a mess. I'm still messy. I'm always going to be messy, and that's just me. It's who I am. It's how I function. But when I say I was a mess, I was probably the closest I'll ever be in my life to being how my mom was when she lost my dad, and that was just almost non-functioning. I was going through the motions every day because I had to, but, I was lost. I can be very sarcastic. I like to rant. I love to talk, obviously. I've always been a talker. Even since I was little, I've always been told I talk way too much. Feel like in order to be accepting and non-judgmental, you have to listen to other people's stories. You have to get to know other people and what they've been through. I feel too often a lot of people are closed off to that. I get told all the time, stop talking about what you've been through. Usually comes from negative people. Wonder why they're telling me to stop talking about what I've been through. They want me to stay down. At least that's the feeling I get. I don't want you to feel good about yourself and what you've been through and what you've come back from. Stop talking about it. Don't tell people about that. That's private. You pretend that everything's perfect. Guess what? That's not me. I have never, well, no, I'll take that back. For most of my life, I have never, why do I keep saying never? For most of my life, I haven't conformed. I've always danced to the beat of my own drum. I've always kind of done me. Always. And it got me bullied, it got me teased. Sometimes it really, really sucked, and sometimes I was like, why can't I just fit in? Because it's not me. That's not me. And the few times in my life that I have tried to conform, and the few times in my life that I have tried to, quote unquote, follow the masses, sit down, shut up, do what you're told, don't fight, don't speak up, don't be you, cut who you are out and just do what you're told to do, it's made me miserable. It's when I've made some of the biggest mistakes, in my opinion, of my life. Like, I wasn't living true to myself and who I am and what I love. Anyway, think I'm gonna wrap this up at this point? I don't know. I don't even know how to video edit. It is going to be a long night. It is, what time? It's 3:30 right now. I got dinner in the crock pot. Go me, I'm actually on top of something today. We're having barbecue ribs. And that's about as far as I've gotten at this point. I don't even know what we're having for sides, but I know we're having barbecue ribs because I put them in the crock pot this morning because I actually remembered to defrost meat last night. Like, this is what I'm talking about when I say that I am messy. If I did not have a planner, I would be a complete mess. I am still messy, and I will always be messy. I will never have my poop in a group. Even if it looks like I do, I never will. And that's part of what I love about myself, is because I'm very much like, hey, plot twist. Oops, I messed up. Like, oh well, let's keep going. I would love to do plan with me videos at some point. When I started planning, and it has changed my life. A huge procrastinator. I am ADHD, or was diagnosed ADHD as a child. I haven't been on meds in years. And for the most part, I can keep myself on task, but there are days that I am like, complete procrastinator. I don't even know what I've talked about at this point. Totally didn't follow my notes. Again, messy. Oh, if I don't say this, my youngest is gonna kill me. If you like this video, if you want to see more of this video, I would like you to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I don't know, my kid wants to be a YouTuber, and he runs around like fake YouTube videoing. It's adorable. And he'll be like and subscribe. I do hope you like it. I do hope you subscribe to it, and if I post this video, yeah, another video will probably come. I am not going to promise y'all that I'm going to keep this up long term. I can't make that promise because I don't even know at this point. I can't believe I just spent probably like an hour's worth of time, 2 hours maybe, in front of a camera talking to myself.